Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Thursday, March 28th, 2019. Our solar wind speeds are sitting at 428.4 kilometers with a density of 6.6. Right now we have 0 sunspots to report. This is the third day in a row now with 0 sunspots, making that 56 for 2019 with days without sunspots. Taking a look at our KP indices, right now we're sitting at a 3 and our 24-hour max is also at a 3. Looking at our TSI for March 19th, 2019, readings came in at 1360.7075. And looking at our SDO, we have a couple of minor coronal holes. We are expecting geomagnetic unrest today. Earth is entering a stream of high-speed solar wind, gaseous material flowing from a minor hole in the sun's atmosphere. Full-fledged geomagnetic storms are unlikely, but geomagnetic unrest and Arctic auroras are likely on March 28th. And off of SPACEWEATHER.com, can humans sense magnetic storms? Close your eyes and relax. Daydream about something pleasant. In this state, your brain is filled with alpha waves, a type of electrical brainwave associated with wakeful relaxation. Now try doing it during a geomagnetic storm. It may not be so easy. A new study just published in the journal eNeuro by researchers at Caltech offers convincing evidence that changes in Earth's magnetic field can suppress alpha waves in the human brain. Researchers have long known that a living creature can sense magnetic fields. For instance, honeybees, salmon, turtles, birds, whales, and bats use the geomagnetic field to help them navigate, and dogs can be trained to locate buried magnets. Many animals can do it, so why can't us? Asked Connie Wang, a Caltech graduate student and the lead author of this study. To find out if humans can indeed sense magnetic fields, the researchers built an isolated radiofrequency shielded chamber where participants sat in utter darkness for an hour. As magnetic fields shifted silently around the chamber, participants' brainwaves were measured using electrodes positioned at 64 locations on their heads. In some of the 34 participants, alpha brainwaves decreased in power by as much as 60% in response to the shifting fields. Additional runs of the experiment showed that the effect was reproducible. Study co-authors Joseph Kursevic and Shin Shimojo say that the first concrete evidence of new human sense magnetoreception. Remarkably, participants who experienced the changes reported no awareness of them. It appears to be a completely unconscious effect, never rising to the level of conscious interruption. It is perhaps not surprising that we might retain at least some functional neural components, especially given the nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle of our not-too-distant ancestors. As the next step, we ought to try bringing this into conscious awareness. Does this mean people may be able to sense geomagnetic storms? It is unclear. When solar storms hit Earth, they cause our planet's magnetic field to shake, moving back and forth. Compass needles at mid-latitudes can move as much as 4 to 5 degrees. The Caltech study did not look at changes of that size. However, magnetic fields inside their test chamber shifted by plus or minus 90 degrees, much larger than a typical geomagnetic storm. As a result, we do not yet know if human magnetoreception is sensitive enough to detect the relatively subtle changes associated with space weather. And now here's Mari.
Thank you, Jake. Today, I'm not going to cover a weather event. We're having a show later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I would like to highlight something I put on our website and I've shared around on social media in the past. I don't believe I've actually covered it on YouTube. The GWPF has put out a report by Professor Henrik Svensmark of the Danish National Space Institute, outlining some of the remarkable correlations between solar activity and past climate changes. New research suggests that other mechanisms can amplify the effect of solar activity. The new report reviews possible candidates, concluding that the most likely of these is the effects of galactic cosmic rays on cloud formation. This idea is plausible in theory and has received substantial empirical support in recent years. However, Professor Svensmark says that insufficient attention is being paid to this research area, stating, "Galactic cosmic rays seem to be very important drivers of the Earth's climate, but they are mostly being ignored at the moment because they are being seen as distracting from conventional global warming research." Science needs to do better if we want to make progress in understanding the actual impact of natural factors of climate change. We'll go ahead and provide the link in the description below. I encourage everyone to please like and share. Our last video we put out yesterday, even though we have tens of thousands of subscribers, is I believe last I checked in the 700s. Only 700 people have viewed our last report on 4 million avocados being destroyed, a volcano plume of 28,000 feet, and an atmospheric river dumping 42 inches of rain. It's incredible the information is being suppressed. It is so important, your role as a viewer, to please share the information and discuss it with other people and get the word out. Again, we'll be on live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our longer live show with Jake. Thanks for tuning in to the Grand Solar Minimum channel.